Welcome back. Kevin's Mobile Repair, a 2015 Dodge Dart 2.4. We are doing a radiator, some hoses, and some heater core hoses, and a thermostat as well. So this is a relatively big job. So I want to break this up in little pieces here. We're going to start out with the radiator first. So this has the YF1234 Freon. I do not have the equipment to do this specific kind of Freon system because you will need to, per the book, remove the condenser and radiator out at the same time. Here is my condenser. Here is my new radiator. Here's my old radiator. I'm going to show you how to get it out without having to evacuate the system. So first of all, fan's going to come out. It's going to be two 8s, one here and one there, and then the bottom half are just clips that just ride in there. Disconnect your fan. Gonna be big monkey like A. So the fan clips are gonna be right here. You may need to move some of this stuff out of the way to get to it, or use a short 8mm socket to get in there. Either way, that's what you have to do to get that little component out. Now, next we have right here, show you one. This right here, these little brackets hold the radiator in place so it doesn't move forward and backwards. One sits here, one sits over here. So can't mix up the sides because they got different anglements and stuff on there. But they will be T15 Torx, and they just sit right there and right there. Once those two are out, you can pry the little clips out, and then the radiator condenser assembly will move back and forth. So I took off the hood latch so I could get my arm down inside this area here where you can get to everything. You will have, I'll show you on the new one. So this is the passenger side. There's going to be an 8mm here, 1/8 here, 1/8 here, and right here it's actually going to be a T25, which is going to be for your transmission cooler hoses. Yeah, there's a little bracket right here that holds those in place so they don't move around. So these two over here are relatively easy to get to. The one on the driver's side has that stupid valance right there that you will need to move out of the way just enough to get to that 15 down at the bottom. Sorry, the 8 down at the bottom right there. The one that goes right here, and that's your Torx bit. So you have that's gonna be the tough one. So what I suggest is picking it up, moving it forward as much as possible, having a flashlight going straight down in this area here or this area here, whichever you so choose, and then going through this area with an extension and an 8mm, kind of like yay, and then a short 8, and then you can zip it off. I got it off with a power tool. You can use a ratchet too, that's perfectly fine. So here comes the fun part. Here comes the part that controversial, yes, but this is the way I did it because, like I said, I don't have the RF1234 setup. Freon is stupid expensive just for a evac and refill. I mean, a shop is probably going to charge you $200, $250, maybe more, just for doing that simple procedure. All right, I'm going to show you on the new one, and I'll show you on the old one. This right here is the passenger side. The AC condenser lines go right in between here, and they get sandwiched right into this little spot right here. This little section right here. It just sits, the radiator sits right in here. Because what you're supposed to do is when the condenser and radiator is out, the condenser will come off the back of the radiator as one whole assembly, and it just slides in place right here. So here's the little grommet for right here that holds this in place. It goes like yay, and it goes like yay. Pop this off. This little tang right here, as you can see it, cut it off. I used a battery powered, basically die grinder, or what do you want to call it? What do you call them? Dremels. So I'll show you what it looks like outside the vehicle, and it's just right through. Replacing the radiator, so it doesn't matter if this thing gets cut. You just don't want to angle it down or anything like that and cut the metal right in here. You don't want to do any of that. You just want to get it enough to go just like that and hack it off, so that way it will release the condenser from the bracket area sitting right here. That's all you want to do. So here's the old one. See, that's all I did. I just cut that piece off, just straight back, and allowed the condenser to come free so that I could pull it out this way and the whole assembly up. And the only other fun part is these little, the anchor points. You got to kind of have to fight with those down here. So what I did is I came through this same opening right here, push down on that plastic piece to get the anchor out of the bottom half, and then you're able to pull the radiator up and out this way enough to separate it from this, the condenser, and then walk it out. Because otherwise you're going to have to disconnect your hose right here after the Freon has been evacuated. And well, that's a $250 endeavor if you guys want to do so, but not me, not in a mobile environment. So I'm going to do the same procedure for the new one. It's a whole lot easier out of the car, but I show you out of the car it's easier. I said just hack this little piece off right here so it's a straight flush, so that way when it goes back here, it's going to sit right in place, and then I'm going to put everything back together and away we roll. This does have the clamps up at the top for the radiator hoses that I hate the hell out of. These I don't really plan to reuse them. I'm going to put worm gear clamps on, even though they're a no-no. But constant tension clamps are a thing of the past on these newer vehicles like this. But so this is what we're replacing along with the radiator. See, that's a radiator hose leak. Very, very common problem in these with the plastic and crap like that decide to just give way. I'm probably going to transfer these constant tension clamps here to this side for the radiator half. So this will be the radiator side, and I'll show you guys the part for the hoses. But of course I'm doing this all at once, so this is a multi-repair kind of process, but that is it for the radiator. Going back in, same procedure. Pop it back in, make sure you cut your tang off first, and slide right in and out. Or go evacuate the Freon, disconnect the hose, make sure you replace the O-rings, and put it all back together, and then take it back to the shop to have it recharged back up once you're done. But any questions or comments on this side, feel free to let me know, and keep an eye out for the next one, which will be the hoses and thermostat.